Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin Yoku. Bringing you a La Palma, La Cumbre Vieja volcano update on Friday, October 1st, 8 p.m. Mountain Time 2021. And you can see explosions happening at the sea as the Strombolian activity is ever increasing. New vents are opening, new lava flows are forming, and we'll cover it all tonight. La Palma volcano eruption, new vents open, new lava flows, and worries about earthquakes. We have the full analysis of earthquakes coming soon. La Palma volcano, new cracks open, a cone generating new lava flows. With the eruption approaching 2 weeks of activity, it's the 13th day. There is no sign of it ending anytime soon. Instead, the magma supply rate seems to be more or less stable, judging from the visible lava output and volcanic tremor, which remains at high levels. The cone complex above the original eruptive fissure is showing signs of becoming more and more unstable, as several new effusive vents have been opening up during the past 12 hours or so. At 10 a.m. local time this morning, observers on location reported seeing new gas and ash emerging from what is likely another vent forming at the northwest base of the cone. Visible in the attached pictures by the bluish haze behind tree line, obviously coming from an area that is at the feet of the cone. Overnight ashfall affected a wide area, as Bushcraft Bear reported on, and we'll get to him later in the update. To the north of this site, it left a deposit of 1 centimeter in El Paso, but even at 15 to 20 kilometers distance, a black layer of sandy ash covered surfaces, forcing people to constantly clean roofs, solar panels, and other surfaces. This is now affecting tens of thousands on the island of La Palma. Now, let's check the latest earthquakes in the last 24 hours. During the last 24 hours, La Palma volcano was shaken by 4 quakes of magnitude 3 or greater, including one of the largest quakes of the eruptive history, which was felt by everyone on the island, freaking many people out, and 14 quakes between 2 and 3. So that's a total of 18 quakes above 2 magnitude in a small area here on the ridge. And let's just blow this up. I think a lot of people are struggling with the idea of scale here, and I want to bring this to your attention. So the eruption is happening where the little volcano picture is, and the lava is flowing down the hill. And in order for a mega tsunami to happen, this entire portion of the island needs to calf off. So this little tiny vent here pales in comparison to other cinder cones which already exist, like this cone, and this cone, and this cone, and this cone, and this cone. And none of these cones that are on the crack caused the catastrophic sloughing. So this little tiny cone to the north that's happening now is no worry at the current time, period. And if we look at what's happening seismically, in the last 4 days, we've had extremely deep activity between 15 and 10 kilometers, indicative of a deep magma source pushing back into this region, and it has not stopped today. In fact, some of the largest seismic activity right here at 12 kilometers happened just about 3 hours ago. And this is riling up the island residents, I'm sure, and it's confirmed by Bushcraft Bear, which we will get to at the end of the video here, because he's done some of the most spectacular reporting that is scientifically pertinent. Now, talking about science, we're looking at the SO2 vertical column as of yesterday, and this is the sulfur dioxide gas that are emanating from that tiny point of the island right there. So most of it is moving north and west, and it's just not good because it's basically covering the entire island. Now, luckily, the rest of the Canaries are in the clear here, but La Palma itself is suffering gravely. And we're back to the live stream. Let's just take a look at that real quick here. We'll pause it up, and we'll get back to that at the end of the video, and maybe we'll get a little higher resolution. Now, coming directly from Spain here, this article 6 hours ago has some amazing footage. The volcanic eruption on La Palma intensifies as new vent and lava tongues emerge. Authorities are concerned that the molten rock could destroy more properties because of what's coming out from satellite. Now, let's just quickly go over this. Now, before we move forward, let's just get this clear that no one is covering this volcano like we are. We are researching this all day, and we're bringing you up-to-date information 12 to 24 hours before any of the mainstream even reports on it. And some of the information we're giving you, the mainstream will never report on, like the fact that La Palma is changing the weather, or Cumbre Vieja is changing the weather on La Palma, and we'll show you that at the end of the video. Now, let's go over the current updates in the last 12 hours. The new lava flows were observed by members of Spain's Emergency Military Unit, the UME, which has been deployed to assist with the crisis. And according to them, the IGME, at 2:20 a.m. on October 1st, two new lava flows were formed. Now, these lava flows have occupied two ravines which are headed towards the eastern area. Now, there's more homes and structures that will be destroyed if it does move this way, according to Raul Perez. Now, the new vent is the third to have opened since the volcano erupted on September 19th. This means that, counting the crater, there are now 4 sites that are emitting lava. Up until now, most of the lava has been flowing to the sea from a vent that emerged last week. Now, according to the CSIC, one of the new lava flows is just north of the main one, and on Friday was advancing closely alongside it towards Los Llanos de Arade. And Los Llanos is the big city that you see lit up below the pictures of the volcano erupting. It is the most populous town in La Palma. Some neighborhoods in this town, such as Todoque, were evacuated last week due to the advance of the lava, which swallowed up great swaths of the area. Now, if we come check out the current stats, let's see what they say here. Oh, they've removed, oh, they're there on the bottom. We just don't have, all right, let's make sure the quality gets a little better so we can look at the stats. And we'll come back to the stats in just a moment. But there is approximately 800, 900 structures destroyed. And there we have way better. That's way better. So let's come look at the stats here. We have a visibility of 16 kilometers currently, 3.68 cubic kilometers of lava, 880 structures destroyed, and 28.3 kilometers of roads now missing, which is quite a bit. We'll get back to that live stream in just a moment after we cover some important news here. Okay, so the most populous town in La Palma is now so everyone, let's just say 80,000 people have some nasty effect, and I'm sure the eastern portion of the island is also being affected. Now, did you know the eastern portion of the island is covered with fruits and herbs like bay leaf? Yeah, mind-blowing. Now, according to Canary Island Regional Network Television Canaria, this new lava flow had on Friday crossed the LP2 highway, which is a key road connection to the island. And according to sources, they have the biggest tragedy ahead of us. More people have to help, according to Mariano Herenda Zapata, the president of the Island Council of La Palma. And what we're going to be showing you is some very scary pictures. This is the lava flow from space. Here's a new branch off to the south. And there should be a northern or an eastern flow happening as well. It might be one of these flanks. So very dangerous situations moving up. Some more news coming from Spain here. Take a look at this satellite shot from space during the day. Absolutely insane. Now, the main thoroughfare runs right through here. So if there's anyone over here to the south, well, God bless their soul. I'm sure they're taking quick boat trips back and forth. And there is another blow up of that picture. And here we have a close-up today from some drone footage of the destruction of the farms on that final region before the cliff hits, and the lava has now flown into the ocean. Over 20 acres or more of new island forming here from this beach. So I'm sure there'll be a resort town here in just a few years. Now, what we do have is some amazing footage coming from Involcán, which is the La Palma Volcano Institute, or the Canary Islands. So if you're on Twitter, please follow Involcán for the latest updates. Where you're looking at it here is drone footage from today of what was happening with the split here and the new lava flow. So that's the new lava flow on the north portion. This is the original lava flow, and they have in fact merged. I think they were worried it might go to the left here, but look at this movement here. Absolutely spectacular geology happening here from a tiny cinder cone on the side of a mountain on a tiny island called La Palma in the Canaries. Fascinating geology we're covering. Now, let's get on with it. So here we are at Bushcraft Bear's latest update, which was about 7 hours ago during the day at La Palma. But what he points out spectacularly is here that the weather pattern shifted. But because of the volcano's ash output here and the negative ionization, take a look at these concentric rings of clouds around the volcano eruption. Cumbre Vieja's new vent, whatever they'll name it in the future, this eruption is affecting the weather. And this is clearly evident here. This could be a master's thesis just this day alone. And the footage that Bushcraft Bear got here, absolutely spectacular, showing the effects of volcanoes on the local weather. This weather is affecting the entire island, not to mention that there's particulates moving up in this direction and falling out on the island that is highly populated. And we have to give a big thumbs up to Bushcraft Bear. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Tell him Diamond from the Oppenheimer Ranch Magnetic Reversal News sent you. And guess what? You don't get anything in return. People have actually commented, what do we get if we shout you out? If you expect anything in return from something that you do positive, you're clearly living in the wrong paradigm. And we don't want to have anything to do with you. Period. Let's listen to what Bushcraft Bear has to say here at the end of his video.
God with Noah that he will never destroy earth by flood again. Psalm 121. I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade, your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep you going out and coming in from this time forth and forevermore.
And that's a boom to knowledge coming from Bushcraft Bear. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in a dystopian world where, well, if you listen to a word of the Bushcraft man, you're nothing but a charlatan. We love each and every one of you. Share this with like-minded people.
No man,
subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you soon on the next update. That's a boom to knowledge. Click on one of the other boxes to gain more of it. And did I tell you we love you?